If we want our normal to change, we have to believe that it's possible to change what normal is. How we think of normal. Let's get practical. What is something in your life which you want to change? In order for that all to change in a positive direction, you've got to believe that it's possible. And how do we actually do that? Well, I propose spending time in your imagination. Our imagination is something which can conjure up any experience, and we can learn from our imagination and take those insights into our daily life. We can create any situation, we can experience anything, and we can learn from that experience and take it into normal life. We have the ability to imagine anything, and we can spend time in this for as long as we want. The issue is, people have grown up, okay, and they've experienced negative things, and the mind needs to create an idea of normal, okay, and so it congeals into this negative frame, this negative way, okay, of thinking, and so that becomes their normal. We can experience different things in the real world, and that will change our perception of normal, but the imagination is just as effective. Our idea of normal determines what our life is like. Our idea of how much money feels normal to us to make will determine how much money we have. Why? Because homeostasis, psychological homeostasis, what is this? It's the phenomena of things always coming back to what we think is normal. So the lottery winner who wins a bunch of money will eventually, likely, lose it all, or lose a lot of it, because they don't feel normal being a millionaire. Being a millionaire, a multi-millionaire, is not normal in many people, especially working class people's mind. Theoretically, if we were to practice this, imagining being a millionaire, all that comes with it, you know, the simple little things, then if we won the lottery, we would not lose it. We would not lose it all. The person who is addicted to unhealthy food, their normal is eating unhealthy food. Another person's normal will be eating healthy food. And because unhealthy food is unhealthy, we want them to consider that being abnormal and healthy food, eating healthy food, being normal. So how do they go about it? Well, another really good resource is my behaviour quadrant, which I'll link up there. That's essential, I think, for addiction recovery. What you should do in this situation is use the mind to imagine being a healthy eater and all the emotions that come along with that. I feel like people cringe at the idea of, I can make myself feel good for free, just using my mind. But it's possible. And maybe this video is the video that will wake you up to that. You can feel good always. Even the person in prison still has their mind, through which they interpret all experience. The mind also is something that is an infinite creation machine, is an infinite movie machine. You can imagine anything. You can imagine yourself being a tiger in the jungle. And if you imagine it hard enough, if you deeply, you'll forget that you're imagining. Use this as a tool to make your worldly life more enjoyable. What is normal for you in terms of money? This, like the diet, will be determined by how you grew up, mostly. Who you grew up around. What kind of media you watched. the interesting thing is that if you grew up in a poor family and you were only watching and listening to things that are talked about making lots of money, then it's way more likely that it's gonna be normal for you to have lots of money. In your own time, experience secondhand, you might say, through the imagination, what it's like to be rich, what it's like to earn lots of money. I'm gonna throw this in, for doing what you love. For doing what you love, earning lots of money. Now, if that seems impossible to you, then notice that that's just the way you're seeing it, which can be changed. That can be changed, okay? The difference between poor people and broke people is the following. Poor people believe that it can't be changed because they believe that they have to experience things in the world before they change their beliefs about that. So they have to, for them to believe that they can be rich, they have to experience being rich in the real world, and they're not going to, obviously, because it's very difficult to make lots of money when you don't believe that you can. Okay, so if you're poor, if you're broke, if you don't have much money, then I would recommend using your mind to believe before you see. Using the mind to experience being rich, okay? Because so then you can believe that you can be rich. Real talk. Changing what we think is normal. Now, there are a lot of other factors that come into play when we change what we believe is normal for us regarding money, for example. Our friends around us, our family around us, know what we believe to be normal. Okay? And so if we change what we believe is normal to us, we're going to start acting differently. Okay? And so you just got to be masculine about it. Take the masculine approach and just be like, doesn't matter. I want to live how I want to live. That's what I recommend for most people in most situations. Embrace the change. Resisting the change. Oh man, people want to change what's normal, but they resist the change. Embrace the change. Embrace the change of becoming a great public speaker. Embrace the change of becoming a healthy eater. Embrace it. Many people do. Many people have done. Okay? Embrace it. Let it become part of your identity. Embrace being sexually attractive. Okay? It's all in the mind. Okay? How we interpret reality determines whether we are sexually attractive. Because it's very hard to be funny when you're interpreting the world and your life in a negative way. Okay? It's very hard to be someone without believing that you can be that person. Let's go into the practical. I'd like you to pick one area of your life which you'd like to see improvement in. But your normal in this area of your life isn't what you want it to be. I would like you to spend about 2 minutes now to just imagine, give yourself the task of imagining what that would be like in the way that you want it to be. Imagine your ideal money situation, health situation, you get it, right? Imagine your ideal. And we're going to come back and I'm going to ask you a few questions. Okay, so I'm going to do it too. Let's go. Imagine all the little things. Imagine how people will react to you differently. Really believe in the imagination. Enjoy it. Only you can show you how effective this is. How did you feel during that? Were there moments where you were completely fooled into believing that your imagination was real? Did it feel real? You can spend as much time as you like in your imagination. I recommend doing it before bed, as you go to sleep, when you're just lying there with your thoughts. Perfect time. You can learn a lot, okay, through this, and it's all you. That's the freedom of this. It's all you. So thank you for watching this video, and I do hope this brings you amazing, amazing things. Thank you.